Ahoy, Fringeketeers! You get to meet some of the wonderful presenters who are coming to this year's Shenandoah Fringe Festival, April 8th and 9th in downtown Stanton, Virginia. We have people coming to present their movies, their dance showcases, their one-woman shows, their heartbreak, their workshop pieces, their illuminated puppet shows. So much cool stuff. And of course, our hostage of honor, Bob Gorman from GWAR. Do you know what you're in for? Let's meet who's coming. Ahoy, Fringeketeers! Here we find ourselves with Grand High Poobah Carmel and performer, presenter, and musical writer, Rachel Austin.
The pleasure is all mine.
Excellent! Tell us about the show that you're bringing. I hear it's quite strange.
I am doing a show called Entra Silvio, and it's about Silvio Berlusconi, former Prime Minister of Italy. And it's a razzmatazz of Italian folk, sort of 60s style Italian folk.
And original music and multimedia presentation. And I hear that Silvio Berlusconi himself will be making perhaps a cameo appearance.
Perhaps a small appearance.
What will the press make of it?
The press will go crazy as they always do.
Why on earth did you write such a thing?
A few years ago, I was watching, I think I went through a Werner Herzog phase, and
we all go through that phase.
It's the best of times and the worst of times, and he writes all these movies about these megalomaniacs, and some of them are so humorous, but the movies are so serious, but you can't help but see the humor in them. And I started writing songs about megalomaniacs, and then I decided I needed to write a musical about somebody. So I did a Berlusconi piece. It's a 15-minute musical.
Perhaps you should be doing some sort of megalomaniac review. I feel like there's room to do some sort of cabaret with all of these musical pieces that you've written about different megalomaniacs.
Yeah.
Like who? Like who else have you written about?
Well, there are two pieces in the pipeline. One is the obvious. Well, at the time that I was writing out Berlusconi, I was trying to figure out if that particular piece was going to be about Putin or Berlusconi.
It's a hard choice.
And
it's a hard
I thought I
choice
would
to
go
make.
with Berlusconi because maybe there would be fewer horses and geese involved. So
and bears, fewer bears.
Yeah. But for the next one, it's going to be Putin, pretty sure. And then the world gave us some more material next. But each musical is linked to the music of either the time or the region or the country. So that's kind of the tricky thing, is I'm not doing it in a way that's like totally cheesy. At some point, I would love to do like a Berlusconi musical karaoke.
But I think that's the magic, is that it rounds the bend of camp, and it comes back to being art and weird instead of just being like strange commercial camp, and it becomes beautiful, strange commercial camp, and then it could round yet another corner and go back to being terrible.
That's true. Yeah. How many corners I'm not even sure where we are.
It's Italy, so imagine we're in the Colosseum.
Yeah. So it's a lot of fun to perform.
Is it technically a one-woman show?
Yes, there is the voice of himself.
Oh, right.
So a lot of the lines in the music and in the sort of spoken sections, the libretto, are direct quotes.
Ripped from the headlines.
Yeah, pretty much. Which is kind of hilarious because I didn't really have to do much
writing.
It was just like, oh, I'll put this here. Yeah.
Just curating. So you said that you've got a director.
So I'd like to have like a second set of eyes and ears to give me some feedback. So Jay Zare from Harrisonburg has agreed to come and sit in on some of the rehearsals over the next couple weeks. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. I'm super excited to have my brother playing the voice of Silvio Berlusconi.
You mean Berlusconi is playing the voice of Berlusconi.
Who is my brother? Yeah.
I like the idea of allowing for more people to be part of a production in a way that sometimes Fringe makes it look like it's just one person, like setting up the circus tent, doing the circus in the tent, and then cleaning up the peanuts after everyone has left the circus tent.
Yeah.
Like it's just one person and you're like, oh my God, they must be so exhausted.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of people that make a thing happen.
I love collaborating with people. And I also love that, like, he might see something in my work that I don't see. And that's super valuable.
Are you hoping for the audience to come away with anything or just be delighted?
Besides just viewing a little bit of nudity? think
amazing.
I think the takeaway really is like using the lines that are things that he said. I think that you don't really have to put words in their mouths to make them look crazy. He was in power he was in and out for several years, over like 8 or 10 years or something like that, and went to court for all kinds of things. And
they bothered to prosecute him?
Yeah, and then he was like, these judges, they don't know what they're doing. They don't know what they're talking about. And the story just feels really familiar, I think.
Topical.
Yeah.
It's really topical. And I think it'll be a really good way to start the book.
Those Lokes only got one purpose. They push something up and into the world, and they go right back down to get used up again. Same piece of track. Same 12 miles. One pretty view, and the long dark of the tunnel. Burst of light, top of the mountain, and just when it looks like they might head into the sun. Might get the easy job of following that Big Mama train. They get ripped away, oiled up, shined and highs the Mad Muse. I have a really sad love story for you this year. Unfortunately, I really didn't want to. I really do like love, but sometimes it doesn't always go well. Stella Williamson was a woman that in 1980 discovered she was a serial killer. She fell in love with a man, and in her trunk were her 5 dead children. See you soon.